Greetings, Earthlings. Hi everyone, welcome to my channel and welcome for the first time out to my studio. This video is a pick a card reading and we are going to be looking at what you should start, stop, and keep. For today's video, I have 4 piles to choose between, so let's take a look at them now. Pile 1 is a triangular piece of raw jade. Pile 2 is a selenite wand. Pile 3 is tiger's eye, and pile 4 is horn coral. If this is not your first rodeo, I will see you at your chosen pile. If you're new here, a special hello to you. My name is Zac, and I use the natural psychic ability to read the tarot and to create your oracle. So to ensure that you choose the right pile, to ensure that you receive the messages that are most accurate for you, take a moment to ground your energy and to tune into the present moment so that we can link up somehow, somewhere in time and space, and so that this reading can mean that much more to you. Once you've grounded your energy, you're just going to use your gut instinct or your intuition to see which pile, which stone or crystal seems to be pulling you in the most. And once you've made that selection, all you have to do is scroll down to the pinned comment in the description box or the comment box below, find your corresponding timestamp, and I will meet you at your reading. Hello Pile 1 and welcome to your reading for everyone who chose this beautiful raw jade. So to me, jade talks about a number of things. It can be protection and grounding because jade carries the energy of the earth, but it also can bring prosperity and in a physical sense, okay? It also can nourish and help heal the body. So for this reading, like I said in the intro, we're going to be looking on what you need to start, stop, and keep, okay? So where are we? What do we need to start? We need to start imagining and dreaming the world we wish to live in, okay? We need to start thinking about what we desire most and honoring as many things that come to mind, right? So whether that be, a glow up, whether that be moving, a house, riches, more knowledge, power, spirituality. It feels like during this time, in your life, for whatever reason that you clicked on this reading, it feels like whether this is your higher self coming through, whether this is just general advice for you from the tarot, it feels like we need to start dreaming a new world into being, okay? And it feels like the sky is the limit as well. The Seven of Cups talks about, the imagination, okay? The feeling realm, the subconscious, and that's why our figure here is silhouetted in black, okay? It's kind of unknown. And I feel like that's where we are currently, okay? And what do we need to stop? It feels like we need to stop staying around the house, okay? I'm not reading you for filth right now. I'm reading the tarot, but I get like couch potato vibes from this card in this position. Usually this is like a celebration of some sorts and basically celebrating that the plans you have created are going to be, fulfilled, that they're going to pan out in your favor. But here, where we're talking about what we need to stop, it feels like staying around the house. It feels like staying in hermit mode. It feels like we need to start, taking a little bit of action, right? So what do we need to keep? Keep is the Knight of Swords. So that is action, okay? We need to keep thinking up these brilliant ideas. We need to keep thinking of ways to get us out of our current situation if that doesn't really serve us, okay? What I'm getting from this start card is like, we need to start looking for more, to feel more enriched so that we can feel inspired to go in new directions in our lives, okay? It feels like perhaps if this was coming up, maybe you guys are a little bit, the word lackluster just came to mind. It's like you're looking at life as if it were lackluster. And life is like truly infinite and you can have whatever you desire. It's almost like you just don't know what you want. It's like you reached a certain level of happiness and you're very content to stay here, almost resting on our laurels. But it's time to move forward now, right? It's always great to sit in this energy for a while because I feel like sometimes when we go down, especially a spiritual path, we get really comfortable with self-awareness and sort of evaluating ourselves perhaps a little too frequently. So what I'm getting here is that it's time to, take what we've learned and then bring it to the next level. I just get this idea of like leaving the house, okay? But this doesn't have to be necessarily like home per se. It feels like, branching out. Yes, that's what I'm getting. It's like branching out and creating a network for whatever this desire is, okay? Whatever you want to dream into being, and that can be anything. And the advice I got really early on was like, let yourself have all of this, okay? If you only allow yourself to dream and think about and imagine what you feel is possible, remember, feelings are not tangible, okay? They're not real, just like judgments, okay? That's in the feeling realm. It's upstairs. It's in the subconscious, okay? It's not real. You can't touch it. So make sure that you don't limit yourself by only imagining what you think could happen, right? I think it's a really great energy to be in the time and space of expecting the unexpected, okay? I get the idea that it's almost like you have to believe that the universe will support you and believe that there's a lot more abundance out there for you or a wealth of experience, okay? It feels like if you want to travel, you absolutely can do that. Even if you have a full-time job, it's really about recognizing and taking that a little bit further, okay? Developing this idea that you have. Let's just stick with the example of travel. So if you are sitting in the energy of wanting to travel, but immediately stopping yourself by saying, I have a full-time job, that's not possible for me, then it's like we're getting stuck, right? We're in this stagnant energy of just sitting in place. And it's like, well, how would I take that to the next level? It's like dream it a little bit further. Identify where you want to go, right? And suddenly your mind will open up because you've just literally opened a channel, right? You've removed the blockage of saying no to yourself. And so, for example, you want to travel to Ireland. Well, now your subconscious is going to be attracted to things like trips to Ireland and recognizing when you could potentially take time off work. But if you only stop and you only sit in the area of like, oh, wouldn't that be so cool? I got the image of like looking at Ireland from your phone instead of just, and that's it. It's like, oh, that would be great, but I have a full-time job and so that's not possible. Or, but I have kids and that's not possible. Something along these lines. I hope this is resonating for you guys. It feels like, don't stop yourself there. Take it a step further, okay? Because once you remove that self-limiting belief about money, about your, what's the word I'm looking for, responsibilities, all the things, work you have to do, life at home. Once you remove that barrier, you free yourself to be able to absorb and recognize opportunities that come in. Because if you're in the energy of being excited about the possibility of travel, your frequency, quite literally on a scientific level even, will be a match, an energetic match for opportunity that you wouldn't see if you were closed off thinking that it wasn't possible, right? That's the energy I'm getting for you guys, okay? Now, let's see. Do I want to take this any further with, okay, no, that's what we'll do. I just saw this black again, so it reminds me of, the messages from the void that I do. So let's go ahead and pick for you guys a message from the void. Okay. Fear is chosen the same way as happiness. Correct. All right. So this is talking about the ability to, focus on what emotions serve us and which we need to cut away. So you can focus on the fear, you can focus on the scarcity, but you could also focus on the possibility. You could focus on the light side. And this isn't something that I think the outer world is critiquing spirituality as being a toxic positivity concept. It's not, because you don't have to live in delusion to focus on the positive, right? It's just the mindset that you choose to be in. Okay, you can be an optimist or you can be a pessimist, right? And I feel like that's the energy that's here. So I think that this is just seriously highlighting the idea that if you don't allow yourself to sit in the, yeah, it would be great, but I have too much to do. Remember, this travel example is just one idea. I do get a little bit of a travel vibe though. But if you sit in that energy of like, you know what? Yeah, I am going to go traveling and I'm very excited to do that. And you take it a step further and you identify exactly where and then take it further. Okay, what time of year would be best? What do I want to see? When should I go? Okay, what kind of flights? How much does that cost? What do I really need as far as money and material in order to make this happen? Okay, allow yourself to dream it into being, okay? So this is the message I'm getting for my pile one, everyone who chose this beautiful jade. And if this resonated, I'd love to talk to you guys in the comment section below. If you made it this far in the video, you can give me a big thumbs up. And until next time, guys, stay divine. Hello, pile two, and welcome to your reading for everyone who chose the beautiful selenite. So selenite is really about cleansing and clearing your energy. And it is one of the few crystals, stones, that is self-clearing. So you can clear any crystal or stone, honestly object. I use it to clear objects too. You can use it to clear anything, okay, from negative energy or just stagnant energy, and just to bring and charge the crystal back up, right? Okay, so as you heard from the intro, saw in the title, we're focusing on when you need to start, stop, and keep, okay? So what do we need to start? Taking action, taking inspired action on something, okay? The nights are all about building, okay? And it feels like we really need to go into something with a little bit more gusto, right? We need to go in with a little bit more livelihood. We need to shake up our energy is what I'm getting. Yeah, it just feels like we need a little bit more lifeblood, a little bit more, honestly, prana, probably life energy. So it feels like you guys can go outside and dig your feet in the soil, absorb some prana from the ground. It's just a fancy way of saying energy, and it pools specifically within a couple inches from the ground, okay? But what I'm getting is you just need to really shake up your energy. It feels like you had been stuck, if this is the card that's coming out. Whatever you want to get off the ground, okay? You need to heed the advice of the knight. This Knight of Swords is very impulsive, okay? He takes inspired action, and that is what we're being called to do right now, okay? You know what? Let's pull a card. I'm going to draw a yellow one just to get a little bit more information about this, but a dose of sunshine. Yeah, okay. It feels like the energy of this is a doing energy, but I'm getting this, I got that idea of needing to absorb a little bit more. This says get outside to me. It's time to get out of the house. Even if you don't live in the most beautiful place, it's time to get a dose of sunshine. It's really good for that vitamin D to be absorbed, not through, a supplement, but from the actual sun, okay? That's the advice. It even came from this beautiful golden yellow deck that I've made. So a dose of sunshine is really called for, you guys, okay? A breath of psyche, okay? The butterflies talk about like the crystalline property of your soul, so you're infinite. It feels like you really need to get out of your head, right? So what do we need to stop? Negative self-talk, okay? We need to believe in the words that we speak, and we need to believe in our perspective of how we look at the world, how we look at work, how we look at relationships, how we look at the planet, the environment. It feels like you guys are really like air realm, okay? So you guys could be Gemini, you could be Aquarius, like me. And it feels like you guys really need to believe in the power of thoughts, especially positive affirmations, okay? That was pretty strong because my voice just broke right there. So I think that this is hitting some of you pretty strongly. You guys need to stop the negative self-talk, okay? We need to start building a better picture for you guys. And it feels like you even have the angel right here, okay? Repeat it again. with the butterflies and the double sickle moon. This is the breath of Psyche. This is getting out of our head. We really need to go, okay, there's more than meets the eye that came out. Yeah, it feels like we've been focusing on the office a little bit too much. We've been focusing on climbing our mountain a little bit too much, creating our empire. It feels like we really need to stop the negative self-talk. Stop doubting ourselves, okay? You guys are the Queen of Swords, right? You are very righteous. You have a very clear and clean mind, okay? Your judgment is very wise, and we're just clouded a little bit by, self-judgment, negative self-talk, okay, right? With this Queen of Swords in reverse, this sword would slip right out of her hand, and then it's pointing towards me, okay? So it would plunge into my heart, okay? So we need to stop the negative self-talk, and we need to get outside because there's more than meets the eye. If we're feeling like the world is not as beautiful as it used to be, or we're feeling a little stuck right now, we're not as inspired as we had usually been, we need to take on the energy of this Queen of Swords and just really speak a new reality into being. If you guys were pulled to pile 1, which was this beautiful jade, there might be a message there for you, but you'll have to use your discernment, okay? What do we need to keep? We need to keep our attention to detail, okay? And I'm going to draw on this just right away with this deck, okay? So this is like my Master of Art. Oh my God. It literally words count. I was just saying like the magic of words and speaking into existence and believing in yourself, okay? Words count. And then also that came out was in your backyard, okay? I'm getting this idea that you need to put your work down, okay? And you need to keep developing a better work-life balance, okay? I am myself a workaholic, okay? So I feel like I can speak very wisely on this to you guys because I've worked really hard on trying to develop a different outlook on the world, okay? That there is actually supposed to be a better balance. We're supposed to have more time to appreciate life, to go on hikes, to get outside, to get away from work and family and relationships, okay? It feels like we need to just, it's like that, right? Okay? And you guys chose this cleansing stone too. You guys need to clear your energy, okay? And you can do that by going outside and digging your feet in the soil and just asking the earth to remove negative energy from you, okay? You guys can, a dose of sunshine, okay? St. John's wort would be very good for you as well. I am not a doctor, but St. John's wort is a very universal medicine. It's been used for centuries, okay? It's literally like sunshine, bottled sunshine, and you could use it to detox, okay? Now, I do want to draw one message for you guys. I didn't do this for pile 1. I'm going to draw a message from your higher selves because the energy here feels a little bit denser. And I'm going to use this beautiful deck by Rebecca Campbell. Okay. This is a message for pile 2, okay? Those who chose the selenite. What is the higher self, the higher energy of pile 2? What would you advise your pile 2? Gain clarity is what I just heard. Yeah. That's too many. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Deep replenishment, retreat, rest, and be held. Okay. Yeah, I'm getting this going into nature vibe, like 100%, okay? We need to keep developing a better work-life balance and keep, believing that there can be a better work-life balance and that there's more out there besides climbing the career ladder, besides building a family, besides that. It's like take on a new hobby is the energy that I'm getting. And I'm going to read this message from the book because I get a sense that you guys are really needing to hear this right now, okay? This card is very beautiful. It's retreat, okay? in your backyard means go into nature. A dose of sunshine means get outside, okay? Rest would be this Eight of Pentacles in reverse, okay? He is our workaholic, but he is the master of arts too. And it's like the idea that you don't think that anything is going to come from rest, and it's like, absolutely, your life will shift and your perspective will shift, and it will free your brain to allow new ideas to come in. Okay, remember we needed to keep or start this inspired action and believe in our words and our perspective of the world. Okay, here we go. The most selfless thing you can do is fill up your own inner well. When we are running around half-filled, we subconsciously look to things and people around us to give the nourishment and nurturing that we so deeply crave. Nothing can grow in barren lands. You are no good to anyone if you are running on empty. The feminine is bountiful, fertile, and rich. Tend to your own well and watch as the amount you have to give multiplies. If your inner well isn't full, you will find yourself craving things from the outside world to fill it. This is our body's instinctive way of reaching for grounding and nurturing that we're not allowing ourselves. I spoke to grounding very early on here. What nourishes you? Sorry. Wow, you guys, really affecting me right now. What nourishes you? What refuels your body? What is nectar for your soul? What brings you back to life? What is your secret medicine? What makes you feel abundant and fertile, overspilling with life? It may be gardening, arranging flowers, getting a massage, using luxurious essential oils, snuggling up on the couch, hiking, sipping a good coffee at your favorite cafe, attending a women's circle, reading about sacred sites, spontaneous bike rides, walking along the beach, or yin yoga. What nourishes you is your medicine. When you give yourself the medicine that you need to be nourished, you nourish all the things around you, for there is more than enough to go around. Do something that deeply replenishes you today, okay? Wow, I could not have said it better myself for my lovely pile twos, all right? So this is the message that I'm getting for you guys. If you felt that it resonated, I'd love to talk to you in the comment section below. If you made it this far in the video, you can give me a big thumbs up. It really helps support my channel and it helps other people receive these messages too. And until next time, stay divine. Hello, Pile 3, and welcome to your reading. For everyone who chose this beautiful piece of Tiger's Eye, to me, Tiger's Eye is really about protection, but also sort of fostering really creative ideas that are worth their weight in gold, okay? So, as you saw in the intro, read in the title, today we're going to be focusing on what you need to start, stop, and keep. And what I'm getting is that what we need to start is becoming aware of more opportunities that are sitting on the sidelines that we're not aware of as a result of focusing on sort of the wrong aspects of life, the negative aspects of life, all of that which is not currently working out for you. And we're focusing on what we don't have. And as a result, we're creating more of that. But there are opportunities there, okay? There are things that we've been asking for, but as a result of only focusing on, what we haven't created yet, what hasn't come to be, or what we lack, we're creating more and more and more, right? Now, there are 3 of them. There might have been just 1 to begin with. But I'm here to say that there is an opportunity there, okay? There is, if you wanted to create a friendship, I just heard, there's a friendship on the sideline who's been making attempts to contact you, but you've sort of been shutting them down. Okay, there has been whispers from your guides that you have been ignoring because you think perhaps it's too good to be true. We're focusing all of our energy and it's creating a little bit more lack than needs to be, because we could shift our perspective because we're up on this hill. We could shift our perspective into allowing more opportunity to come in. And I think you guys could really benefit from expecting the unexpected, and allow yourself after this reading to sort of repeat that over and over again and let it make you be excited, right? Expect the unexpected dare the universe to make a move in your favor, to make this offer come into being. Not in like a prove it to me, but like in a very like, oh, wouldn't that be so cool? I cannot wait for that to happen is a better way of saying it, okay? What do we need to stop? Well, we need to stop ourselves, or we keep stopping ourselves from taking a leap of faith, and we need to stop that, okay? We need to be able to make a leap of faith, right? To take the next step without having the entire roadmap in place, okay? We can't plan every single fine detail because then we're going to sort of look at it as a whole and be too afraid to move forward on that, okay? And that's what our Fool is saying here, okay? He's coming. This is a major arcana card, so you guys are about to walk down a new path that you created before you incarnated. But this is a test, okay? You need to become aware of our perspective at this time in our life, and we can do that by becoming more self-aware and reflecting on, ideas such as where we focus our attention, if that's on the more negative attributes, or if we could start focusing on what we want to create more of, all right? If you guys were drawn to pile 2, the selenite, there might be a message in there for you, but you will have to use your discernment, okay? This Fool says that life is like a box of chocolates. You'll never know what you're going to get. And he gives me the energy of like, stop thinking that nothing good is going to come of this, that you're not on the right path, because you are. You just need to take that first step. I get like, stop doubting yourself. It feels like you have a really beautiful, free-flowing energy and a lot of like really inspired ideas and dreams. And it feels like we're stopping ourselves a little bit because we're not seeing it manifest instantaneously, okay? What do we need to keep manifesting, okay? Keep bringing this into being. Develop new ways of manifesting. Have you tried scribing or scripting or using water manifestation? There are a lot of different techniques. A vision board would be very good. That's what I've heard for you. Building a vision board is so much fun in and of itself, okay? But the Two of Wands says, let's keep developing this plan. Let's take this to the next level, okay? It says, keep your plan, okay? Believe that it's going to happen. You truly can have all that you desire. It's about a perspective shift for my pile 3s, okay? And I want to draw some cards for you, okay? I'm getting this yellow deck. I'm going to draw one from here. Energy. Okay, yeah. It's about redistributing your energy, okay? And channeling it into a much more productive arena, okay? One more card. Let's clarify between the Fool. Okay. Stop and smell the roses. Okay. So the roses are the highest vibration. The smell is the highest vibration. And I think that that's the message here for you. Okay. It's the highest frequency science has observed in our planet, is the smell of rose, the perfume of rose. Okay. And it feels like we're being called to uplift our energy. And I'm being told again, like, you guys might like to read or listen to pile 2's reading, the selenite. Okay. So this is the message that I'm getting for my pile 3s. It was short and sweet comparatively so far, but I feel like everything came out. And if you guys resonated with this, I'd love to talk to you in the comment section below. And if you made it this far in the video, you can give me a big thumbs up. It really helps support the channel and it helps other people find this reading too. And until next time, stay divine. Hello, pile 4, and welcome to your reading. For everyone who chose this piece of horn coral. Horn coral is a fossil, okay? And it really talks about protection. And it feels like you guys could really use some protection at this time. Now, as you saw in the intro, read in the title, we're going to be focusing on what you need to start, stop, and keep. So what do we need to start? We need to start learning a little bit more about what it is we've recently identified as far as career and talent that we want to develop, okay? It feels like you guys recently have developed a talent or an idea around a talent that you have that you want to take to the next level, about a career move that you want to make, anything that has to do with the arena of the Pentacles, which is material wealth, but also talent and career. And it feels like we need to keep learning about it, because the additional message that comes with the Page of Pentacles is that when you think that you know everything, you know nothing at all. So the Page of Pentacles says that let's develop a little bit more of an understanding of this topic. Let's take it to a deeper level, and let's see if I can get a little bit more information about what this might be. These two, okay. Wow, this keeps coming out. I'm gonna put these both back in, and I'm going to go after this deck again. Okay, this one flew out. Thunder. Okay. So this card is like an energy, okay? What do we need to start? We need to start, okay, I feel like this is my spiritual pile, okay? You guys are definitely my spiritual pile, and I just got a confirmation for that, okay? So you guys need to start bringing in magic into your life, okay? And I think that that's gonna help unlock some of the blockages that you're experiencing right now. And it feels like you could start learning. This vibe I got for learning is perhaps begin to learn about occult topics specifically. Occult just means hidden, okay? And it feels like you need to bring it to light. The Thunder card, I put this in here because it reminds me of a thunderstorm. Exactly, literally this home card came out. It reminds me of being home in Maine, and in the middle of the summer, we get these huge thunderstorms, maybe once or twice a year. And since it never happens, it's always so cool. You can see it building throughout the day, and the skies get really dark and ominous. And I love to go out into the horse pastures and just look around and just see all of the wind moving through the grasses, okay? Maybe that card, Dose of Sunshine, is for you too, because we have this Sun card in reverse, okay? But we sort of need to bring magic into our lives, okay? Bring some magic into the home, okay? To a spark, okay? And this feels just like learning a little bit more, okay? And for others, this is learning more about this career and talent that we've had and that we've recently decided that we want to pursue, okay? What do we need to stop? The Sun in reverse, okay? So why would such a positive card come into the position of something we need to stop? In reverse, it feels like the Sun is being a little too harsh. We're being a little too self-critical, and I think that that's causing a little bit of blockages that don't need to be there, and so they feel as a result self-created. And it feels like we need to take on the energy of every day being a birthday, okay? The Sun card in reverse, it's like for some of us, we're a little naive about this talent that we have, and that we truly do know very little about it, and we really need to go way deeper, okay? That's for those of you who don't believe that this is a spiritual message for you. The majority of you, this is a spiritual message, and it's been the only spiritual pile so far, okay? And it feels like developing a practice of spirituality will help you become aware of when you are being too harsh and too self-critical, okay? And that's why this card is coming out following what we need to start. Because if we started a practice of spirituality, we're going to learn how to evaluate our emotions and realize that we have some that we can focus on. What I mean to say is that we realize that you can focus on specific emotions and thus create more of them, okay? So if you focused on fear, you're going to create more of the same. If you focused on new ideas and new opportunities, you're going to be able to perceive those when they come in, okay? It feels like stop being so self-critical, and for others of us, it's stop being a little bit naive about this talent of yours, because it's going to require quite a bit of work, okay? I'm here to say that. And that's not to discourage you, okay? I think that anything well-deserved is going to take quite a bit of work, all right? So what do we need to keep? It feels like, okay, so I drew a card to clarify this Judgment card, and this is the Nine of Swords, which really talks about anxiety and despair, and it's like all of these thoughts, this negative self-talk, that's what I'm getting. You're like burning yourself, okay? You're like scrutinizing yourself with a microscope, and it's like you're using a magnifying glass against the sun, and you're like burning yourself, right? And I get that it's like you need to sort out all of these thoughts, okay? Which are self-limiting beliefs, okay? Which are beliefs that come from society that you perpetuate but you did not originate, okay? That's the message. That's a strong message from my pile 4, okay? You guys are in need of some protection right now. What do you need to keep? You need to keep relying on your spirit guides and your higher self. That's why this angel is coming here, okay? You need to keep developing a language with your guides, okay? You need to decide which signs and symbols you're going to use as means of communication, and then develop a little bit better self-awareness so you can start developing this language, okay? So you can pick up on synchronicities, okay? We need to keep developing communication with our angels and keep, strengthening our judgment, okay? And perhaps this is like, keep our wise perspective on judgment, all right? So the image that's coming to mind, or sorry, I'm getting a quote. It's, the difference between a flower and a weed is judgment. Okay, and that is a beautiful place to end this reading, but I actually want to, because I feel like this energy is a little heavier, I want to draw a message from your higher self, okay? I got this angel, and I love this deck, and I'm going to pull a message from your higher self. It's you that wants to come out. Okay, it's trust your path. If you knew you would be supported, what would you do? This is beautiful, okay? This feels like, yeah, you guys have identified something and you're being a little too critical, okay? It's a couple things. We need to realize that this is a big dream and desire, and it's going to require quite a bit more learning, okay? But it doesn't mean that it's the wrong path, okay? It feels like you need to bring a little bit more sparkle into your life, a little bit more magic into your life. Trust your path. And I'm going to read this from the book because I think that she has a very good way of putting things. Okay, let me just find it. Trust your path. Okay. If you knew you would be supported, what would you do? The universe is conspiring. Keep facing your true north. Your job is not to pave the path, but to simply keep facing true north and to take one step after another. If you do this, you can't go wrong. The universe is conspiring. Don't waver or doubt. Your heart as a compass, or use your heart as a compass and put one foot in front of the other. If you follow the invisible trail of what lights you up, you will light up the world without even trying. Most people don't follow the highest call of their soul because they're waiting to see the end destination before they take the first step. If you take one baby step each day, within a year you will have taken 365 steps in your dedicated direction. If you want to write a book, write a page every day. If you want to change careers, do one thing every day in dedication to that. Before you know it, in just a year from now, you will turn back and look in awe at how far you have journeyed. Keep moving and open yourself up to a whole new level of support and receiving. Things are going to work out, or things are not going to work out the way you are planning, but if you have a little faith and keep showing up, they will work out even better than you could have possibly imagined. Don't micromanage the universe. Trust your path and let your soul lead the way. If you knew you would be supported no matter what would you do? I love that message for you guys, okay? It feels like, yeah, you guys start this development, go a little bit deeper, start to learn a little bit more about this, start to pick up a path of spirituality, read some great books. That's the message that I'm getting for you guys, okay? I feel like I don't really need to take that any further, and yeah, I'm going to end your reading here. If you guys really resonated with this, I would love to talk to you in the comment section below. And if you made it this far in the video, you can give me a big thumbs up. And it helps my channel grow and it helps other people receive these messages too. And until next time, Pile 4, stay divine.